How's it going, guys? Bring Your Platoon here once again, and welcome back to another phenomenal game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be, again, in the trusty Tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. You know it, you love it, you know how to play it, you go hold down, you use your gun depression, and people can't even have a chance at penning you unless it's into the weak spot in the mantlet of the tank, which they can pen with Tier 9 and 10 standard ammo, or they can just spam premium at your turret ring, or right under the gun barrel, which is pretty funny, but that's how you defeat this tank. Or they can spam, of course, heat into your commander's hatch, otherwise it is going to bounce off because of the auto ricochet angle of the said commander's cupola, unless you hit a flat part, of course, in which case they'll go through with anything, because that thing is not very armored indeed. But yes, this is the Conqueror. It's got the 120mm on it. I have 3-marked this thing, and for some stupid reason, oh, that's right, it wasn't a stupid reason, I got rid of the 3rd marking game because it really didn't fit my standards, and yeah, this is going to be yet another great game in the Conqueror, and it's by far a lot better than the 3-marking game. Even though I am in a top tier matchup, I'm not facing any tier 10s, but basically this thing is a tier 10. The only difference between this thing and the Super Conqueror is that the Super Conqueror gains a little bit of armor on the sides, allowing it to safely side scrape against scarier tanks, and the Super Conqueror shoots as quickly as a medium should, which is absolutely hilarious considering it gets more health, better accuracy, and it doesn't get better accuracy than this thing. I'm pretty sure they're the same accuracy. It just shoots faster, and check this shit out. That's how I knew that it was going to be a good game. When the first shot you take in a game is at a light tank, and not only do you actually hit him through a very sketchy spot, but he also fucking explodes. So good on that guy. He don't know why he was YOLOing to the rest of my team, but he was suicide YOLOing, and that's pretty much the light tank mindset in the game for a lot of players. Pretty sad, and this is a little weird. It says that I went through, but it was actually somebody else damaging him for 236, but yeah, it popped up as my number, so that was strange, but that'll happen. Little bug here and there. And why do I feel confident doing this? Because he's dealing with the heavy tank to my right, and I'm just going to put my side to this guy just so I have some sort of armor facing him. I track the T-32. Oh look, a Type 4 heavy has come to join the party. He's side on to me, so I'm going to put a smart shot in and track him. He's of course going to fix it, because that's just what you do apparently. Probably just panicking, and then I put another easy shot into his lower plate with standard ammo. And then, of course, I load the skill rounds because I don't feel like bouncing off of him at all. So, that's what I do. And what happens? I put another easy shot into him. He hits me with a high explosive round. That's fine. What's scarier than a Type 4 heavy and an ISU 152 aiming down at you? If he has premium loaded, he can hit my upper plate and probably pen it from the angle that he's shooting down at me with. So, we both put a good shot into him because the Conqueror next to me has the stock 32-pounder? 17-pounder? I don't know what the stock Conqueror gets, what the gun is called. But basically, it's got like 200 and something alpha instead of the 390 alpha that you get for the Tier 9 gun, or for the top gun. Jesus Christ. But yes, I've had countless good games in this thing because it is very easy indeed to play. You get hull down, you use a ridgeline, you shoot down on people. If you can't pen them with normal means, like a hull down E100, then you load the premium and you're set to go. A majority of the time. However, RNG is a thing, so there's going to be plenty of times when you can't pen targets even with 326 millimeters of pen for your APCR rounds, for whatever reason. Maybe you just got a really shitty RNG roll, but it does happen. But the more you can do to negate RNG's effects, the better. So, if you have even the slightest amount of hesitation to pen something, or If you have a doubt that you're going to be able to pen with standard ammo, feel free to just press the premium button and go to town. And then, of course, there's the instances where it doesn't matter how many millimeters of penetration you have if you don't realize the difference between ammo types. For instance, heat is better against armor that is flat, and not so great against spaced armor. APCR says fuck you to spaced armor and goes right through it, because fuck you spaced armor. AP shells lose penetration over long distances, but heat shells do not. So, yeah, fun little tad tip for you. And I probably shouldn't have been able to pen the Carnarvon like that, but RNG was kind of gracious and let me hit his 255 millimeters of protection for armor there in his turret ring. And, yeah, I went to town on this team, and my team did, well, pretty subpar compared to what I did this game. I carried hard. I'm not gonna lie, that's not me pushing my own buttons. That is just fact. So, the light tank gets away, as I just looked at him just there. The Object 416 just died right in front of me. Gee, I wonder who's gonna be hiding at the back of our spawn with full health. It's an M103. Of course it would be one of the enemy team's top tier vehicles, who probably did nothing all game and just decided to hide at the very end to get some free damage. Because one, he's a giant throbbing vagina, and two, he's just a bad player, as you can see from his wonderful performance here. He could have very easily killed me with this one-on-one engagement, and as you can see there, Wargaming still hasn't fixed their collision detection with some of these cliffs, or just environments really. But yeah, M103, good on you, pal, for trying, but unfortunately your best just wasn't good enough, and you go down, and that really is a shame. Beautiful 3 marks right there, very beautiful to look at, very aesthetically pleasing, I know. If you ever come across a British tank, and you are a British tank, if you can see their lower hull, like kind of sort of straight on, and they're out in the open, load hash and just high roll the fuck out of your own tank over and over again. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you feel like you liked the game, feel free to like the video and maybe even comment. I do appreciate responding to fans or just people who enjoyed my content. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.